Happy morning, children. Welcome to 7th Standard English class. Children, hope you all are well and safe by our God's grace. So, today we are going to learn the poem. The title of the poem is Yeah, Space. It was written by David Bates. Children, first let us see about the author of this poem. David Bates was born on 6th March 1809 in the small town of Indian Hill, Ohio, and educated in Buffalo, New York. He was an American poet. Bates had a talent for writing easygoing, gentle poetry, and at the age of 40, he had a collection of poems published under the title Julian. One of the best known poems in this collection, Speak Gently, has become something of a universal hymn for people all over the world. His poem Speak Gently contains simple but valuable messages for all of mankind. Children, now we will see the poem. Turn to page number 71 in your ebook. First, I will read the poem. Listen to me carefully. Your space. Speak gently. It is better far to rule by love than fear. Speak gently. Let not harsh words mar the good we might do here. Speak gently. Love doth whisper low the oaths that true hearts bind, and gently friendships ascend flow. Affection's voice is kind. Speak gently to the little child. Its love be sure to gain. Teach it an essence soft and mild, it may not long remain. Speak gently to the young, for they will have enough to bear, pass through this life as best they may. It is full of anxious care. Speak gently to the aged one, grieve not the care on heart. The sands of life are nearly run, let such in peace depart. Speak gently, kindly to the poor, let no harsh tone be heard. They have enough they must endure, without an unkind word. Speak gently to the erring no, they may have toiled in vain. Perchance unkindness made them so. Oh, win them back again. Speak gently, he who gave his life to bend man's stubborn will. When elements were in fierce strife, said to them, peace be still. Speak gently, this a little thing, dropped in the heart's deep well. The good, the joy which it may bring, eternity shall tell. By David Bates. Children, now I will tell you the gist of the poem. The poet asks his readers to speak in a gentle way. Each stanza of the poem tells us how and why we should speak gently with others. Here the poet tells us to rule over people by love and not by fear. Obedience of people should be acquired through love and not fear. Moreover, harsh words should not destroy the good things that we do in life. Gentle and kind voice which can bind hearts, and friendship can last longer that way. And be kind to the little child. If we speak gently to them, we will surely gain their affection. The child must be taught the ways of the world with love and gentle care. Moreover, the poet tells his reader to speak in a polite manner to the old-aged men who are already sad and tired. We should speak to those old people with care, as they only have a brief time left in this world. And also, he tells his reader to speak gently to the poor. The poor already gets to hear harsh words and unkindness, so they should never be hurt or spoken unkindly. The poet tells to speak gently to the ones who have made several mistakes in their life. Bates tells us that through good words only we can win them back. So finally he mentions about Christ, who had given up his life to men, man's stubborn will. When all the elements of earth were in battle against each other, he told them to be at peace. So the poet conveys message through the poem that speaking gently might be a little thing when dropped in the heart's deep well, but the goodness and joy it brings will last more than an eternity. Children, now we will see the explanation of the poem. So this poem consists of 9 stanzas. Let us see one by one. First stanza. Speak gently, it is better far to rule by love than fear. Speak gently, let not harsh words mar the good we might do here. Here the poet says, when we speak with others, we should use kind words. If we want to rule the people, we should get their obedience by love, because obedience secured by love is better than that which is the result of fear. Here the word harsh means rough and the word mar means destroy. So we should use mild words and not harsh, unkind words, because harsh words may spoil our good deeds. Moving on to second stanza. Speak gently, love doth whisper low, the oaths that true hearts bind, and gently friendships as in flow, affection's voice is kind. Here the poet says, when promises are expressed in a low voice, with love it fastens true hearts together. Here the word doth means does and the word whisper means low voice. Oaths means a promise. Friendships grow deeper by gentle words that flow. Kind words always bring affection. Here the word accents means emphasize. Third stanza. Speak gently to the little child, its love be sure to gain. Teach it in accents soft and mild, it may not long remain. So we should speak to a little child in a soft and mild tone. It is certain that we will gain the child's love. If someone is teaching something to a child, it might be taught in a polite manner and a soft accent, because childhood does not remain for a long period. Mild means not severe. Also, the child will remember the kind and mild words forever. Next stanza. Speak gently to the young, for they will have enough to bear, pass through this life as best they may. It is full of anxious care. So, we must speak to the youth and adolescents gently, because they have already know enough burdens, worry and anxiety that they have to bear. Here the word bear means responsibilities. So we should help them to pass through his period of life happily and successfully by handling them patiently and gently. Here the word anxious means feeling worried. Moving on to fifth stanza. Speak gently to the aged one, grieve not the careworn heart. The sands of life are nearly run, let such in peace depart. Here the poet says we should speak gently and caring to the old people above 60 years, the senior citizens. We should not make their tired and worried hearts even more sorrowful by our words or actions. Here the word grieve means sorrowful. Careworn means with plenty of care. They have spent most of their lifetime and they only have a brief time left in this world. So let us help them to live happily and peacefully till they leave this world. Depart means to leave. Next stanza. Speak gently, kindly to the poor, let no harsh tone be heard. They have enough they must endure without an unkind word. The poet also tells his readers to speak gently to the poor. Already, the poor people have enough hardships and suffer patiently. So, we should speak kind words to them in a soft tone of voice, gently without using rough or unkind words. Here endure means suffer patiently. Next answer. Speak gently to the erring, no. They may have toiled in vain, perchance unkindness made them so. Ho, win them back again. We should speak gently to the ones who have made several mistakes in their life. Maybe due to the unkindness of people towards them, they would have gone on the wrong ways without yielding any fruits. Here, erring means to make mistakes. And the word toil means work hard. Vain means producing no results. Perchance means by some chance. We can win them back through good words only. Next answer. Speak gently, he who gave his life to bend man's stubborn will. When elements were in fierce strife, said to them, peace be still. The poet David Bates mentioned about our Lord Jesus Christ, who had given up his life to mend man's stubborn, unchanging mind. Here the word bend means to make submissive, and the word stubborn means to change one's opinion. When all the elements of earth were in a battle against each other, he told them to be at peace and still. Here fierce means showing strong feeling. Strife means disagreement. Last stanza. Speak gently, this is a little thing dropped in the heart's deep well, the good, the joy which it may bring, eternity shall tell. Here the poet compares our heart to a deep well. When we put little kind and gentle words in the deep hearts, it would touch the depth of human hearts and bring joy and goodness which will last more than an eternity beyond the end of the world. Here the word eternity means without end. Children, hope you all understood the poem. Now we will move on to the exercise. Turn to page number 73. Part B. Read the poem and fill in the blanks with the correct option. Number 1. It is better far to rule by love than fear. Number 2. Teach it in essence, soft and mild. Number 3. Let no harsh tone be heard. Number 4. They may have toiled in vain. Number 5. The good, the joy which it may bring. Number 6. The sands of life or nearly run. Next, return to page number 74. Part C. Pick out the words which rhyme with the given words and write similar rhyming words of your own. Number 1. Far, mar, bar, car. Number 2. Fear, hear, dear, year. Number 3. Low, flow, glow, slow. Number 4. Kind, bind, fine, mine. Number 5. Remain, gain, grain, migraine. Number 6. They, may, say, tray. Next, we will move on to rhyming scheme. So, what is meant by rhyming scheme? A rhyming scheme is the pattern of rhymes at the end of each line of a poem or song. We can find it with the help of rhyming words. For example, do and go, lost and post, look like as if they are rhyming, but they aren't. Sometimes the letter will not be same at the end, but they rhyme. For example, poor, endure, no, so, bear, care. In a verse, we mark the words that rhyme with the same letter, using a new letter for each set of rhymes. If there is a regular pattern to the rhymes, it forms a rhyming scheme. For example, now you look at this example, lines from the poem. Speak gently to the child, its love be sure to gain. Teach it in essence, soft and mild, it may not long remain. Look at the last word, child, gain, mild, remain. So, child, mild. same sound. So, A. Gain, remain, same sound, B. So, the rhyme scheme is AB. Next, you look at part D. Take the stanza from the poem, write it in the blanks and find the rhyme scheme. So, you take one stanza and write the rhyming scheme. So, children, for today's assignment, you are going to complete the book exercise and also you are going to write the question answers in your classwork note. So, children, complete the assignment and report as task completed in your group without fail. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.